no, not in mid-swing. Oh, you're crashing to the floor. I'm surprised he didn't die. I'm in Salad and I saw Spider-Man 2. It is directed by Sam Raimi. And if you haven't seen this movie, I will spoil it for you. Spider-Man, no more. I threw away my costume in solidarity. The movie starts with a Peter Parker. First of all, I like how he has his life doing pretty good, but it's also really busy and he's missing out on a lot of obligations and he's late for everything and people are getting mad at him, including Mary Jane, and he keeps getting late for this things, and also he has a play that Mary Jane invited him to and he's even late for that too, so I guess everything is going okay for Peter Parker. Harry hates Peter Parker, first of all. So sad. Aren't they like best friends? But real quick, I just want to reflect on how Harry's like Spider-Man. He did all of this. He killed my father. All right, I get it, revenge on Spider-Man. And that's the crux of this movie, partially. I feel real bad for Peter Parker in this movie. He just gets the worst luck in any situation. Anything that can happen that is bad happens to him. I should mention that this movie does a great job with the swinging Spider-Man and also the swinging through New York City, and I love this, by the way. Every time that he suits up into becoming Spider-Man, I'm just like, oh my goodness, it's Spider-Man, oh my goodness. I have so much joy watching this movie. This movie is also incredibly well-paced, and my eyes are glued to the screen the entire time. It's incredibly devastating when Peter Parker, down on his luck, loses his powers, and I'm just like, no, not in mid-swing. Oh, you're crashing to the floor. I'm surprised he didn't die. I would describe Peter Parker's losing his powers to be kind of like a dying battery. It's kind of like flickering on and off, and then it goes out, and then it's like gone. And he still has to use his glasses now. In the last movie, he got them taken off because he was able to see with his powers, but now that he has no powers, I do like that added detail. And he's just walking around like a normal person. And this is a character test. We gotta see what Spider-Man does without his suit, and I think this is very necessary to figure out the character of a person. Will they be good with and without the suit? There are several instances where Spider-Man sees some crime and he doesn't follow the cop cars, or he doesn't stop this guy from being beaten up in an alleyway. The time which he steps up, which I really love, is when there's a burning building and there's a kid on the second floor, and the sequence of him going into the fire, and I'm like, you're not affected by the smoke, wouldn't that make you cough? But I think it might be the adrenaline of like saving this kid, having to jump down this floor, having to make sure to get out of the place alive and then return the kid to the parents. I was like, whoa, this is crazy, I love it. And then when he's outside, then he starts coughing. I'm like, okay, this makes sense. He was not focused on breathing and coughing properly. He's focused on saving this kid, and I really like that about Peter Parker. Once Peter Parker saves this child, once Peter Parker saves Aunt May from Otto Octavius, which by the way, I've completely neglected to talk about because I really like Peter Parker's character development in this. It's so good. But I do want to talk about Otto Octavius a little bit. Man, he's such a good guy. It's so devastating what happens to him. Personally, I don't think I would make something that has the risk of taking over your brain, and the only thing preventing that is a little thin piece connector thing that avoids connecting to the spinal cord. And it's just like, how is this able to exist? How are you okay with the risks, guy? But I guess it's his entire life work. His entire life work to make essentially a son, and it goes wrong, and then he has the tentacles stuck into his neck controlling his nervous system. He hears the thoughts and he listens to the thoughts and he enacts the thoughts. And this is so tragic. I feel so bad for Octavius succumbing to the tentacles, listening to them. But I also really like the end final battle scene when we have Spider-Man and we have Otto Octavius. He has kidnapped MJ. Spider-Man's like, you don't gotta listen to your tentacles, guy, and the tentacles are currently failing to them being drowned in water, but they dry up, and Otto Octavius has to battle the tentacles, the voices in his head, and he overcomes it. He overcomes all that negative talk or whatever tentacle talk, I'm gonna call it tentacle talk, and he takes the metal machine that he created yet again to create the same sun process, but it's getting too big and it's sucking up the entire city, and he decides to drown himself plus the star to save the city. And I was like, this is such a good character moment. I do like how Spider-Man's identity is shown a lot. When he saves the train, he has to take off the mask and he's holding the train with the webs, and the people inside see his face, but they dare not tell who Spider-Man is because he just saved their lives. And if they told the secret, the entire existence of Spider-Man is threatened and they might need to be saved again. MJ knows his identity, Harry knows his identity. Harry still thinks that Peter Parker killed his father. I'm like, no, Harry, no. I feel so sad for Harry. He doesn't know the full truth, and he's holding on to this idea, and he won't let Peter Parker ever explain it to him. Not that Peter Parker is really jumping to the opportunity to explain anything. He's more like, hey, we gotta focus on the larger issue here, okay? I'm not gonna talk to you right now. And I'm like, you're just making him hate you more. I'm sad that Peter Parker and MJ cannot be together, but they do end up together because MJ don't care. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is great. You guys can enjoy each other, but at the same time, MJ, you're in danger, but she also knows the risks that there are in order to date Spider-Man. And so I'm like, oh man, this movie just has me so excited for Spider-Man 3. I enjoyed this movie so much. There's so many Sam Raimi horror tropes, building the tension and then showing what is there with a nice little freeze on a frame, and then boom, oh, we got a tentacle coming at me. It's really cool. I love that. I love the pacing. Oh my goodness, I love the character moments. I love the awkward Peter luck. I'm gonna call it Peter Parker luck because he has terrible luck, and I love that that's his character. And even with that bad luck, he's still able to find a way to save the city. And I'm just like, he's just here for the greater good, and he knows that he has to stay Spider-Man because people rely on him, and I just love that. I love that message. I like this Spider-Man so much that I gotta give it a solid 9.4 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another one. YouTube really likes that. You can also like, comment, subscribe, share this video with everyone you know. The ultimate goal of this channel is for me to become an expert movie reviewer, so if I haven't reviewed on a channel, there's a chance I haven't even seen it at all. If you'd like to request a movie in the comments below, you can do that. You can fast track a movie review, patreon.com/ASEPresents, $20 a month for one movie review for 1 month, $3 a month, how to draw Pokemon tutorials, especially the early and first, all at patreon.com/ASEPresents. And if you'd like to help support the daily grindiness of all these daily movie reviews, you go to this link tree to find the way that you can help support the daily grind of all these daily movie reviews. So I can go here, and until next time, Mint Salad, I'll see you later, my side croutons, bacon bits.